Kaya nga
we are
eh.
now looking at our people to be in creative industries. We feel that the cultural diplomacy and that the international economic relations should be merged and should come out from something.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if I was hoping that the Foreign Service Institute would respond that way, that the 15% would in fact address the inclusivity and diversification efforts of the DFA, because clearly you need more cultural managers, you clearly need more science-based and maritime oceanography, perhaps, and perhaps you still need the psychosocial background, even if the DMW exists. Thank you very much. Yes,
Yes, Madam Chair. Well, thank you. I heard earlier, is it correct, Madam Secretary, that you're studying whether to absorb some of these agencies into the main DFA office?
Correct, Mr. Chair. We are already about to absorb the Technical Cooperation Council of the Philippines, and we are now studying and looking at the law, the charter of the Foreign Service Institute to absorb, because we need that, as has been discussed, a think tank.
Yeah, as you know, we just approved the government optimization law, and this is the direction that the whole government, including the legislative branch, wants to take to streamline government, to make it more efficient. And to be honest about it, yesterday we spent a good 7-8 hours hearing the budget of different ecozones, and some of the ecozones are not even turning or never turned a profit since the beginning. No? So but the point I'm trying to make is, let's make government efficient. If we can streamline it, merge offices, absorb some of the offices for the purposes of having a single efficient government that can deliver services to our people, then that should be the direction we should take.
Mr. Chair, just want to react to that statement. Since I assumed the secretary position, I've already collapsed 2 offices, and hopefully combining and collapsing more in the process.
Yeah. Some of them, kasi may law, no? Like the ecozones and the other offices, it's created by law. But the government optimization law empowers the president to collapse those offices, even they are created by law. No? So for purposes of efficiency. No? So you can actually use, if ever you plan to move forward with this, you can actually use the optimization law if needed. No? So that mga offices na mandated by law can be collapsed also.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and hopefully we haven't looked at these 2 other agencies remaining.
Apropos of that, I have a question. We spent so much time in a largely contentious and unproductive discussion regarding the U.S. tariffs with the DTI. It seems that the negotiators are operating on their own, therefore the lack of alternative stratagems in negotiating. Does the DFA not participate in any way in tariff negotiations and trade deals? It's curious because I know you have an economic USEC. So, hindi ba kayo nagsisynergize?
Yes, we do. We have this Office of International Economic Relations, but Madam Chair,
Bakit sila nagsusolo flight sa US tariff?
well, I think this particular issue of tariffs is something that has been given to the Department of Trade and Industry.
Yes, but it's clearly quid pro quo because it involves a defense treaty, it involves economic open access, and so on. Ibang usapan yun eh. It's not, it's a very broad-based tariff imposition. So, bakit hindi kasali yung DFA? Nagtataka ako kahapon. Kaya pag kinausap mo sila, well, ganyan, parang their hands are tied. They're limited by the department's mandate. When in fact, it should be an all-of-government approach.
But in other, like the FTA, ASEAN EU, EU, Philippine EU Free Trade Agreement, we're very involved.
Kaya nga, this one is going to be much worse for example, the electronics industry, for the BPO industry. Ang bigat ng dagok sa ating ekonomiya. Bakit hindi buong gobyerno ay tumulong sa DTI? Parang sila'y talagang hirap at wala silang mga alternatibo, hindi sila marunong masyado mag-negotiate. Simple lang, kasi it's a unilateral imposition by the US. Paulit-ulit lang yun. I said, what can we do? We can talk to the BPO. Hindi. Anong gagawin ninyo sa Washington? Kaya nga kailangan ng DFA participation sana. Wala ba kayong pagkakaisa tungkol diyan? Bigat nito
Well, kami naman po pag tinawag, nandiyan kami.
Kasi dapat makialam kayo. Kaya nga nagtataka ako kasi speaking of that, naguguluhan ako kasi ang dami nating mga double tax avoidance. We have pending, di ba, Cambodia, tapos na yung Korea, may mga FTA, lahat yan. Lahat kayo nakikialam dyan, tayo lahat nakikialam dyan. Bakit yung pinakamabigat, hindi kayo kasali? So I'm just completely perplexed by the absence of the DFA.
Sama naman po si Ambassador Romualdez dyan eh. I mean, our embassy in Washington is very much involved in the
That
discussions.
once again, that extremely notorious family that I know nothing about. Indeed. Okay. Sige po. Pero sana DFA, hindi rin naman siya professional diplomat. So, iba na rin yung trained and career diplomat. With all due respect to my much older cousin. Thank you.
We'll
Okay.
try to discuss these things.
Madam Chair, just a few items on the budget, no? Since di pa naman na-merge, I just want to ask some items lang. Like for example, dito sa FSI, I saw that 1/3 of your budget will go to rent. So sayang, I mean,
Yes,
that much amount instead of going to
Yes, Senator.
research, going to training, goes to rent. But why is it that large?
Senator, actually, we are about to move to a new tower because the current space that we have is insufficient. And so when we were at 2330, the FSI, including the library, the Carlos B. Romulo Library, used to occupy 3,000 square meters. Today, we are only occupying 1,000 square meters. But when we move to Tower 4 of Double Dragon, it will now be around 2,000 square meters. And we will be using that money for rent and utilities, yes. So we will just be across the street because our CPR library would need a bigger space as well. And we need the classrooms for the training of our diplomats and other government agencies. Yes.
So, but the end user of your graduates is DFA.
Not only DFA, Your Honor, we have also other government agencies
No.
who help us when we are assigned abroad. So we have the attached agencies like the Department of Agriculture, Department of Trade and Industry.
But I would assume majority will be DFA.
Majority would be DFA, Your
Okay.
Honor.
And then your training programs are also aligned with what's happening right now. For example, here in the region, for example, what's happening in the West Philippine Sea. Are they trained to
Yes,
analyze, come up with recommendations?
yes, Your Honor. Actually, we started the Law of the Sea Academy. And so we are now in the 5th iteration of the basic course on the Law of the Sea Academy. And we will continue in answer to Madam Aime's, pardon me.
Sa any papers, matagal na akong naghahanap wala naman maibigay.
We have a microsite, Madam Chair, on the West Philippine Sea.
No,
And
but the
all
law of the sea, sabi mo yun
on-
ang naumpisahan.
Yes, we have the Law of the Sea Academy, but the research papers are also part of that, and we have it in the microsite, uploaded to the microsite on the West Philippine Sea issue. And there's another microsite actually also on migration matters. So there are 2 microsites that the Foreign Service Institute is managing, Madam Chair.
So as you know, diplomacy and foreign relations is ever evolving. Every day is a different situation. Like yesterday, we saw in the Middle East what happened there, yung hostages na pakawala na, so the whole region will now evolve. So all of this type of evolution and changes in the environment, is your institute training our potential civil servants in going to DFA, going to other
Yes, sir.
agencies? Are they being trained with this type of changes and researches?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, we have incorporated the ATN assistance to nationals, management of ATN cases in the training of our cadets, the Foreign Service Officers cadets. And then we also do anti-trafficking courses for not only for the DFA personnel, but also for all the other agencies that are involved in resolving trafficking in persons cases. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also incorporated in the pre-departure orientation seminars.
How many trainers do you have? Do you call them trainers or?
Yes, we do, Your Honor, but could I just look at my notes about that so I could give you the exact
Yeah.
number?
Are they full-time with the FSI?
Yes, they are.
Okay,
But,
they're
but aside from them being the trainers, we also get resource persons, the experts, because we cannot have it all, like SM. But please hold for a moment, Mr. Chair. Okay. So at the moment, the Foreign Service Institute has a total of 85 personnel. And for our Carlos P. Romulo School of Diplomacy, this is the training part of FSI, we have 27. And then for CIRSS, this is for the International Relations and Strategic Studies Center, we have 30. But
30
personnel.
personnel, but the trainers,
The trainers are 27.
27. Okay. Marami rin siya.
Actually, it's not enough, Your Honor. But
Okay.
27 at the moment is workable, but how we wish we could increase.
Okay. And itong 27, how do they upgrade their knowledge because of these constant changes? Are they, do we also bring them abroad to participate in international conferences?
Yes, Your Honor.
Link with the DFA personnel? Kasi marami dito interactions eh.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, some are sent to get scholarships abroad. Others attend their other interagency meetings so that then they are kept abreast of developments. And actually, today is the second day of the trainers of FSI. So we have a constant updating and upskilling of our trainers.
Trainers are typically, I think, these are not just, they don't teach skills. Eh. They teach what's going around around the world, what's happening around the world, and I would assume that the trainers teach their students to analyze the situation and eventually give recommendations to government.
Yes.
So maraming analysis ang nangyayari.
Yes, we do, Mr. Chair. Actually, that's the reason why we also have the research part of FSI, and we have 7 key priorities. And that includes artificial intelligence, migration, West Philippine Sea, middle power diplomacy, biodiversity. I'm missing 2. Yeah. We have blue economy and the Indo-Pacific.
Okay. Yeah. Very complex.
Madam Chair, that's why I mentioned earlier that we need more people for FSI, for our research arm, and also for our training arm. Because of the evolving issues, we really need to have more expertise in FSI.
All right. Thank you for that. I'll go to PCVF. During the budget hearing of the DND, Secretary Teodoro also mentioned that part of our strategy is to enter into more visiting forces agreements with other like-minded countries. Right now, I understand there are three. Tama ba? That your organization, the commission is engaging with? Is that true?
That is correct, Madam Chair, Your Honor. There are actually 4 agreements already
Okay.
signed by both governments. But the fourth, which is the one with New Zealand, is still up for ratification by the President